Hey everyone, just doing another PGM2 video for today. I just wanted to get two done today. This is going to be the first one on my projects for the PGM2. I've got quite a few things that I want to do, but I'm trying to just space the projects out a little bit, obviously, because I only have so much time and I only have so much money. So I need to be able to pick one and then try to finish that one and then move on to the next one. Unless the project I want to do is just a small thing, and then, yeah, that's cool. I can do more than one at once. Normally I have a couple going at the same time, because sometimes, most of the projects take time. So there's times where I can't do anything. So I put the project to the side and then do some more work on the other one, and then, swap back and forth. So it's not normally too bad, considering that it's that I'm doing them. Plus, I do have people who help me online, which is absolutely brilliant. I'm so thankful for the people who come out and say, "Hey, look, we want to give you a hand. Do you need any hand with anything? Do you need this? Do you need that?" It's all very, very helpful, and I really appreciate it. I don't know if there's anybody out there who has done any work with smart cards, whether they're Atomal, the AVR chips, based on those, or based on the PIC processor. If anybody's done any of that sort of stuff and you want to give a hand with this project, that would be really, really cool. Just hit me up and let me know. I've done some work with smart cards, but not an absolute heap. Most of the stuff I've done is in relation to mobile phones, because I spent, how many years was it? Somewhere between 7 and 10 years working with mobile phones. So I did a lot of SIM card stuff and all that sort of thing. So my first project for the PGM2 is to make a sort of like an Ultra card or a MasterCard. I think I might call it MasterCard, but then it might get confused with your Visa card and your MasterCard as credit card thingies. So I'm not sure what its final name will be. But basically, if you've watched my PGM2 video, the introduction, you'll know that this guy here, this is a card reader. And you get your cards and you insert them in, and you can save progress and weapons power-ups, weapon levels, character unlocks, all sorts of things to do with the game. That's handy. You don't have to have one of these with a PGM2, but it does make things a little bit more easier and on playing, etc., etc., because you've got a medium to actually save stuff. So what my plan is that normally what happens is you have a different SIM card, smart card, SIM card. Most people will probably know these as SIM cards. That's probably where they've seen them before. Not necessarily in this full size. You've probably seen like these ones here. That's a mobile phone one. You can see how it's got the cutout, and you just pop it out and put it into your phone. So this full size is not really used much anymore, unfortunately, but that's how most people will see them, like that, or like the nano one, which is the smallest one you can get now, and that just pops out if you can. Not sure if that's a good photo on it, but that just pops out. So they're just mobile phone ones, so that's fine. So yeah, so you got these. There's 10 cards per game, I think, officially released, and they've all got different characters on them. As far as I know, these cards are blank from factory, so in theory, you should be able to use any card with any game on any reader. The readers are obviously the same between all of the games, but the game support for each card is slightly different. So what I'm hoping to do is to make a card, a smart card, that already has all the information on it, has all the extra characters, the weapon upgrades, all the things that you could possibly do already on the card. So all you have to do is buy one card, put it in, and you can use it in all the games, and it has all the unlocks for every single game. That's what I want to do. It's going to involve quite a bit of programming, I think, because what happens is, I believe these cards are just memory only. There's no actual CPU inside there as such, with memory hanging off it. So these, I think, are 256K by 8, I believe, is how much memory they have on board. I don't know if the full 256K is used. It seems like a lot of space just for, saving a few little things here and there. But I suppose we'll soon find that out. So that's an original card. Now what you can get, thanks to a lot of people using them for satellite based stuff, so you can get free pay TV and all that sort of thing. There are a lot of cards out there in the ISO format, which is what all smart cards are. They've got a pin definition and a few other things in an ISO standard. So what they did is they made cards that you could program, that you could write yourself, read, and do all those sort of cool things. So they're the cards I'm starting with. If I'm going to make a master card for all of these units, it's going to have to be one of these with a processor and a memory, so that the processor can tell which game you've got and then direct it to which part of memory on the card. I think that's how the cards are going to have to work. So this is just a general list of all the cards that you can buy. There are more, but this is a pretty good start to the card. So what I'm trying to do is buy 2 or 3 of each card. That way, when I start to do development, if something doesn't work, I've got cards to choose from, and then I know, what's going on and what's going to fit and whatnot. So yes, I'm not sure. I haven't started doing any coding yet. I've just been trying to work out what I need to do, what I think it'll work, and go from there. So these are some of the cards that are writable, that are aftermarket ones that I've got. So I'll just run through a few of them. That one I think is a PIC. Yeah, that's a PIC processor. Most of these have got PIC processors built in. Yeah, that's another PIC one. That's another PIC. That's another PIC. This is actually a SIM card, but this one's a writable. So this is a possibility. So that's why I've got them. Another PIC. Another PIC. And another 2 SIM cards. Obviously, these are the same cards. But again, a writable one. So they're all the cards that I've collected. So, I got these ones over here. So I've got these ones and a pack of these ones as well. So I've got these 2. What I've been trying to do is, because most, not all, but most SIM card / smart card manufacturers, this actual shape, I'm not sure. There we go. That might be good there. That shape. Normally, the shape of the contacts, you can see the little squiggle there and all that. If you find a card that's got the same layout, then it's probably made by the same manufacturer, and it could be also the exact same card as these guys. So one of the things I've been doing first is trying to find smart cards that are the same as these cards, to try and identify what's inside, who makes them, etc., etc. I found a few, not a lot. But I don't have any here. I can't show you one here because none of these guys are the same. So I can't actually show those. But that's one thing I want to do, is actually figure out what is these cards, buy these as blanks, put them in. The PGM2 should format them or do whatever it does, and they should just work, because as far as I know, these cards are blank. So that's something I'm hoping to do. The other thing I'm hoping to do is, as you can see with a lot of these cards, just let me get one of these guys out. Just give me a second. It's always the way I don't want to come out. So these guys here, these are actually printable. This is just PVC. So you can actually, whoops, a bit of dirt on there. You can actually print these back and front. So one of the things I'm doing, it won't happen until next year, which is fine, because that's when I want to do most of my PGM2 stuff. But I will be buying a printer that will actually print onto these cards. Most ID printers will do them, but the printers themselves are not cheap. The one I'm looking at is over $1,000 Australian. So there's a few dollars going in there. So that's something I'm going to do later. That way, when I actually finish the cards, I can print my own little picture on the actual MasterCards, and make it look pretty and stuff, and cool and all that sort of thing. So that's basically the project that I'm trying to do with all these cards. I'll just put these away over here, keep them in there, and those 2 guys can go in there as well. So that's basically it, guys. That's the idea I'm trying to do. I'm not the best coder in the world. I do a lot better with hardware than I do software. I'm going to buy some books. There is actually some books on programming smart cards and doing stuff with smart cards. So I'll probably end up buying a couple of those books and reading them. I do like a good technical manual to read, so that should be really, really cool. So that's it for this topic, guys. This is the SIM cards, smart cards. and what I'm trying to do with them. I hope you enjoyed this video, and there'll be more to come soon.